Studios, and the first of a three-part series looking at one of the great new products put out by Games Workshop. So what we're going to do today is we're going to do the unboxing of the Ork Bomber. I keep wanting to call it the Fighter Bomber, but that's the Forge World one.
So in the front, great picture. One of the things I like about the Ork Bomber kit is it actually can form 3 different vehicles. That you can find the rules for in a White Dwarf, which I think is awesome. The fact that they're adding things to a codex in a White Dwarf.
Yeah, definitely.
I like it that it's orcs because that's what we play. But honestly, I know that Tau and Tyranids, for instance, could really benefit from some more of that new stuff coming out for them. And I think that would be great. I think that's a great way for Games Workshop. So one of the first things that you have is 4 different canopies that you can use. 3 of them are for the main cockpit, and then one of them is a rounded one that's more for the Grot Gunner. If you use the Grot Gunner option, that comes with one of the planes.
Flying base, obviously.
So the first sprue I have here is the accessory, or the bomb sprue. I don't know what else to call it. Basically, you're looking at 2 big bombs, about 4 or 5 little ones, and then 6 of these very small ones over here. And this is accessories that you can add depending on what flyer you're making exactly. It'll depend on which of these that you're using.
Right, so yeah, we got the wing sprues.
It's mostly pieces for the wings. One of the things I like is over here you can see they're like little vents.
Yeah, I was just looking at that. They have a bunch of different wing flaps that go over parts of the wings here.
And the way they're built is you can have the flaps partly up, or you can have them closed, and you can glue them in place like that. That'll add a nice bit of difference. If you're building a few of these, you won't want them all looking the same, so that'll be nice.
You could probably even mount them so that they're turning and have the flaps going different directions. That'd be really cool.
Yes, indeed. And then they also have some of the super shooters here. Here. It comes with the 6 super shooters, which is nice. The general consensus on the internet seems to be that the Dakajet is the best of them and the most usable, and I agree with that statement. Basically, a super shooter is strength 6, AP 4, assault 3 gun, and you can have 2 of them come on the Dakajet. You can add a 3rd one, so then you're getting 9 strength 6, AP 4 shots. And during the turn you call Wah, the planes have a special rule where they get double the amount of shots from any of their assault weapons. So a Dakajet would actually be whipping off 18 shots, strength 6, AP 4 during an assault phase. And that's a good way well, it's great against horde armies. Also against things like, my favorite thing to kill is Terminators. You make them make a lot of saves. Strength 6 means you're probably going to be wounding almost everything you hit. Oh yes, the best part, I forgot about all this. They're all twin linked as well.
Right, yeah.
And with the special rule, you can, if you're shooting at things on the ground, you get +1 ballistic skill. So you're now orcs with a 3 ballistic skill with twin linked, 18 twin linked shots.
It's basically
strength 6. Yeah, so this is the body sprue here.
This is, when I was looking at the model on the package, this was the piece that I was really hoping came separate with this basically hole here, because I'm already thinking conversion with this, that I would want to take basically 2 of the cockpits, slam them together, and make one of the planes from the Cloud City from Star Wars. I think that would be really cool.
That's awesome. All right. So also on here are a couple big shooters, which you'd use in the plane if you were buying the Grot Gunner option. There's a chance to get a big shooter and have your Grot shoot it. Speaking of Gretchen, you probably can't see it, but there's a little body down here that you get to use. And it also comes with 3 different heads options for the Grot Gunner. So there's one with a baseball cap, one with goggles, and then one with like aviator goggles and the leather flight cap.
That's amazing. Those are really nice heads, and actually I'm looking at the Ork heads here too. The one that I think I'm most excited about is there's an Ork head on here who's got basically like a scarf hanging off the back or the side of his head. It's sort of like trailing off behind him.
Yep.
That would be an awesome one for the open cockpit.
The one that I think I like the best is one here with, he's got like a admiral kind of hat on, like an Air Force hat, and a monocle. And I think that is awesome.
Yeah, I missed that monocle on him. That's unreal.
Again, just, beautiful sculpting here by Games Workshop once again. So, options with the pieces. Some more super shooters over here. Nice looking barrels. And of course, the great thing about what they're doing with Ork stuff is it's all sort of modular. So you can combine the kits to make other things. You can take bits off this that you're not going to use and use them to spruce up a battle wagon or a truck. Most Ork players, and us included, scratch build or convert a lot of stuff. So I'm looking forward to taking some of the bits that I don't use from these sprues here and putting them on a Storm Talon, buying the new Space Marine kit, and making one of the Ork vehicles out of that Space Marine kit by taking the extra bits from here and that I have around for the things as well. So
this for me is really exciting, and it's just another transfer sheet, but this transfer sheet has different stuff on it than the usual vehicle kit. There's little like count markers, like little ticks there on there for kills.
The kind of thing,
like too.
The kind of kill markers.
Yeah. There's even cracks for the windshields as well.
I didn't notice that.
That is amazing.
Very cool. You probably can't see them, but basically they're like little spider web cracks that you could put on the clear plastic of the cockpit to make it look like it's taken a couple bullets, because inevitably it would.
So I guess final thoughts. I'll go up first. This is a fantastic kit. Games Workshop has done an unbelievable job with this one. Big points for the new decal sheet. I think the spider webs on there do it for me. That shows that they were really thinking about the way that Orks are. The other thing is upgrading essentially the Ork Codex through a White Dwarf. Getting an update for the Codex outside of a Codex release. That is fantastic.
And so this is part one of a 3-part series. The next thing Dane and I are going to do is we're going to rush off and build these beautiful planes. And then we're going to do another little bit, talk about how it was modeling them, putting them together, how we found the pieces, testing out the instructions, seeing how those are. That's going to be part 2.
Yep. The other important thing to know there is we're going to do them independently. So we're going to come back and show how you went with your model and like which pieces you wanted and used and which ones I did. And then our third video is going to be how we painted them. Myself, I do, like I said earlier, the Death Skulls paint scheme, so mine will be in the sort of blue and silver and black color scheme. And
I actually have 4 different Ork armies that I'm kind of working on. So these ones are going to be painted up in good old-fashioned red of my evil sons, and they're going to be what I think is an awesome finishing touch to a very mobile evil sons army.
Fantastic.
All right, well, that's been Dane and Gene, Six-Sided Studios. Thanks for tuning in. Hopefully you'll tune back in for part 2 once we've got these babies together.